Maayong hapon sa tanan, isang kakalikasang hapon sa ating lahat at welcome sa ating ceremonial turnover of the plastic shredder for SK Agusan Canyon under the Create for the Climate program. So before we start with our program, allow me to acknowledge the people who's present this afternoon po, no? So from SK from Agusan Canyon, headed by our Kapitan Eduardo Fortich. Sir, good afternoon po. Ngayong hapon na Kap. Okay. Then we also have from our SK Agusan Canyon from Yendi Cachapero. Good afternoon, Yendi.
Hello, good afternoon.
I believe also part of the council, si Jaline. Ayan, good afternoon, Jaline.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Ayan, and of course from First Gen, let me acknowledge lang po our presence of Sir Herson Lacorte, the plant head of FG Bukidnon. Thank you, Herson. And then we have Ms. Trixie Roque, then Michelle Bolicer. Then from the head office in Manila, we have Ms. Janice Dugan from the CSR team. And then we have Yesh Sarapudin and Hazel Clerigo, Ms. Dayan Datu, and Ms. Cha Lopez, and yours truly, Burn Barrel. So this afternoon's event po is one of the momentous event nga po in terms of our climate action. And for us to start this afternoon's program, let us all welcome FG Bukidnon's Power Corporation's plant head, Mr. Herson Lacorte, for our opening remarks. Sir Herson?
So good afternoon, everyone. To our barangay chairman, Honorable Eduardo Corbit, and the Barangay Council of Barangay Agusan Canyon. To our SK chairman, Ms. Yende Cachapero, and the members of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Agusan Canyon. Colleagues and fellow employees at First Gen and FG Bukidnon Power Corporation, good afternoon. Welcome to this ceremonial turnover of plastic shredder to the SK of Barangay Agusan Canyon. This activity is part of the Climate Action Project, which is in the phase 3 of the company's Create for the Climate program. As a background, Create for the Climate started in 2017 as a CSR project. It is an environmental program that supports climate change, awareness, and education in the hope of creating model individuals and steward communities for climate action and environment protection, in line with the company's ambition to fight climate change throughout its internal and external operations. It embodies First Gen's commitment to address the big issue of climate change by helping its host communities like the Agusan Canyon to develop economically while being mindful of their social and environmental impacts. First Gen will continue the implementation of this program despite the pandemic, as our chairman and CEO reiterated in his speeches that COVID-19 is a prelude to looming climate crisis, and that aiming for sustainability is no longer enough. To avoid catastrophic global warming, there should be transformation of economies towards regeneration. So being a clean and renewable energy company, First Gen aligns its programs on environmental and climate change, one of which is this Create for the Climate. So the phase 1 of this program, which is the information and education campaign, was conducted in 2019 for FG Bukidnon's host communities, including Barangay Agusan Canyon. So this include lectures on ways to adapt to climate change, minimizing ecological impacts of development and promoting renewable sources of energy, among others. While phase 2 is the competition phase, was conducted in 2020 during the pandemic. This is where the SK of Agusan Canyon participated and won first place for its free throw bottle ecobrick project. So congratulations to the SK of Agusan Canyon. And phase 3 is the climate action projects. So it is where groups who develop action projects will avail of technical support, coaching, and mentoring from a partner climate leader. So winners of the action projects will also get to implement their projects. So this is where we have this turnover to support this project of the Agusan Canyon. So rest assured that First Gen will continue our partnership and provide support in this Create for the Climate program. And we hope to influence more groups like the SK of Barangay Agusan Canyon in developing more climate action programs. Thank you and more power. Mayong hapon.
Maraming salamat, Sir Herson. And truly po, no, this is another milestone in the promising and regenerative journey nga po of First Gen and SK Agusan Canyon. Now, siguro no, we're pumped up with the message, Sir Herson, and allow me to call on my colleague as well to discuss further with us ano ba yung First Gen's Create for the Climate program and what really happened between or dun sa programa nila Yendi for the ecobricking. So let me call on Ms. Ayesha Sarapudin for the program's overview. Ayesha?
Hello po, maayong hapon, Kapitan Yendi, Jilin, Sir Herson, and the team from CSR. So today is a very momentous day for us, especially for the Create for the Climate program. We're very proud of SK Agusan Canyon because not only did you exhibit the true sense of climate action and the youth movement in climate action, but you gave hope to a lot of people na the youth sector can really do a lot in terms of the climate movement. So congratulations again, Yendi, and to the team. So Sir Herson mentioned earlier that the Create for the Climate has been running since 2017, and we've benefited a lot of host schools and communities. And Agusan Canyon is really one of the communities that we are proud of because there's huge potential for sustainability. I think it comes from the passion of the SK as well, from the barangay, and just this culture of environmental stewardship that you're honing in your community. So we are very proud of you, and we hope that we can scale this up in our other areas as well. So Sir Herson also mentioned that this whole process of the development of the climate action project, particularly for Agusan Canyon, happened 2019 when we did the IEC trainings in Bukidnon. And then shortly after that, we did the mentoring and coaching sessions. However, for the presentations, when everybody was ready to present their proposals, the lockdowns happened. So it was a huge challenge for everyone. But even so, I think the SK and all the participants were still able to present their proposal, and they were awarded with the winning prize. And so Yendi and the team conducted a few IEC sessions, but we understood that, of course, because of the lockdown and the uncertainty of what's been happening, it's really hard to continue on implementing this. But we met with Yendi a couple of months ago. We revisited their proposal, and there really is a huge potential for this in the future. And sayang if we just let it settle. So we met with the ND, and then we discussed their implementation plan, and they signified that for this to happen on a huge or much larger scale, we really need to have a plastic shredder because it's hard to do this manually, and it will cost a lot of time and effort from the participants. And natuwa rin kami sa proposal nila actually that we pitched it to Climate Reality Project, and we even made a video with Agusan Canyon that we showed in celebration of Earth Day, I think, or Earth Month, and we also posted it online. So today, Yendi and the rest of the team, so we're very happy. We are formally turning over the plastic shredder to you, and we are very excited as to the results, or as to what you can do with it and the impact that you will create in your community. So thank you very much for taking on the CFTC challenge.
Thank you very much, Aye. And tama nga, no, we're just simply proud back at First Gen for this climate leadership ni SK Agusan Canyon. And it may just be Agusan Canyon today or Manolo Fortich, but with their drive to make a difference, surely it will be the rest of the nation and the world tomorrow. So, and moving forward with the highlight of today's event is the turnover itself of the plastic shredder to SK Agusan Canyon. So the plastic shredder awarded to ang Sagunang Kabataan of Agusan Canyon, Manolo Fortich, is a single shaft shredder, a technology of precious plastics, which actually can also be DIY. But anyway, it can also be processed, or it can process these plastics, the HDPE, or high density polyethylene plastic, or if the bottom part of your plastic, the number 2, or the triangle with number 2, or your usual plastic bottles, milk jugs, shampoo bottles, or bleach bottles. It can also process LDPE, or the number 4, or low density polyethylene, or your manufacturing containers, bread, bags, plastic films, or PPs, or polypropylene, the number 5 in your the triangle with number 5, or your usual bottle caps or hangers, or PS, or polystyrene, or the number 6, or your microwavable or takeaway containers. So surely nga, no, we're just so happy that it can bridge further, or can further the drive and momentum of what SK Agusan Canyon is doing for the environment. So congratulations, SK Agusan Canyon. So they have received actually the equipment itself the other day, last Monday, and they took these photos with Kapitan Corbett and the rest of the council. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. So with that, can we hear some few words of acceptance from SK Agusan Canyon Chairperson, Miss Yandy Cachapero? Yandy?
Good afternoon, everyone. Before anything else, in behalf of Barangay Agusan Canyon, we would like to extend our gratitude to First Gen for their support, especially with this project in which we were more driven to execute and inspire our youth to engage them in such environmental involvement, in which you've given us the will to continue the project, at the sustainable project that we've seen a good impact in our community, especially when we had that pilot testing, when we had the ecobrick contest here in our community ko. So other than that, I would like to personally share my experience with this project, since as we've have this project, we identified that it would be easier to continue this project if only we will have, or we can procure such machine. I've shared this this problem with Ma'am Mitch, since we identified that our youth's struggle when we had that contest is it cost much time and effort for them to cut the soft plastics manually. So with the existence of the shredder now, we hope that we can inspire our youth to, or we can have a number of youth to participate more in this Create for the Climate project we have, which is Project Ecobrick. So other than that, I would, in behalf of Agusan Canyon, we would also like to present a plaque of appreciation. So we are so thankful to FG for your support, not only in this project but also with the equipment we'll be needing in this time of pandemic. So let me have this moment to read the citation to also award FG for being an active CSR stakeholder to Agusan Canyon. So please allow me to read the citation in this plaque. So, Republic of the Philippines, Province of Bukidnon, Municipality of Manolo Fortich, Barangay Agusan Canyon. Plaque of appreciation is presented to FG Bukidnon for being an active corporate social responsibility stakeholder and for providing technical assistance along capability building efforts of Barangay Agusan Canyon. So given this 4th day of August in the year of our Lord 2021 at Barangay Agusan Canyon, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, signed by our punong barangay, Eduardo G. Corbett, and yours truly. So here, thank you, FG. I'm
Wow.
out of words to the support you've given to us.
Wow. Thank you very much, Jenny. That's very thoughtful of you, no? And with that, we're also speechless actually. We're surprised about that recognition. So of course we've heard from you and after what you presented to us, we also like to hear naman din from sama ng ating barangay dyan sa Agusan Canyon. Can we hear some few words from Kapitan Corbett, Honorable Eduardo Corbett? Sir?
Okay. First of all, good afternoon to all of you. Thanks to Mr. Harrison Lacorte for the first Gen Bukidnon and Ma'am Mitz. They are the person who also continue to support our SK. I would like also to thank my SK chairman for a great plan. Pandemic is not a hindrance for us to stop implementation plan and for the climate change. The plastic shader is a lucky for us to have for the so that we can minimize the wasteful plastic waste into economic development program of the SK and the development program of our youths. I know that it is a great partnership through FG Bukidnon and the National FG. Thank you so much. Always continuing. I would like also to congratulate the SK of Barangay Agusan Canyon for winning some of the awards, and this is only partnership, a true partnership through FG Bukidnon. I hope that this is not the only thing we can develop through strong partnership for economic development program and to stop and to continue the good partnership for a total change. We will back a green and for a climate development program of our barangay. Thank you so much and good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you very much, Cap. No, so those words really warm for us and that really hit our heart. So and congratulations sa inyo po at sa Agusan sa buong bubuo ng Agusan Canyon, for the SK and everyone in the community. You truly deserve this moment as you and your council and everyone as part of the community has set your heart and mind for the community and the planet. So in that case, on this note, let us watch this feature of the eco-bricking project of SK Agusan Canyon to know more about their story as featured over the Climate Reality Project Philippines in collaboration with First Gen.
Hi, I am Yandy Cachapero, the SK chairperson of Barangay Agusan Canyon, Manolo Fortich, Province of Bukidnon. Agusan Canyon is a progressive barangay of the local government unit of Manolo Fortich with a total population of 10,898 with a number of 2,209 households po. As a big barangay, with the total population we have, I can say that we also have the same or even twice the amount of garbage to collect or generated. Single-use plastics and empty plastic bottles, cellophane, styrofoam, packagings, food wraps, and plastic sachets has been a pressing issue on proper waste management. In our community, we have schedule for garbage collection, and then only those non-biodegradable waste will be collected. Our local dumping site here will not collect the garbage if it's not segregated. Unsegregated trash are left on the street, so this makes the streets filthy since sacks are left unattended, and then the stray dogs and cats are tearing those sacks filled with trash. Collection of garbage is hard for us because our local dump site here has a schedule or cut-off as to when we will dump the collected garbage here. We were only using a mini dump truck, and then given that we have a number of people or residents here, we cannot accommodate to get all their waste. If we're going to collect in one zone, if it gets full, we will have no choice but to dump it directly to the local landfill for us to dump it within time. Before the FG's Create for the Climate campaign, we already have the SK Free Throw plastic bottle as dumping facility for empty plastic bottles. It is a basketball ring to make it more exciting.
We innovated the escape retro plastic bottle sa mga public areas like schools, market, any areas na crowded. Mas nakita nila nga mahilig tayo sa basketball. Pag may plastic sila, pag makita nila na plastic retro container, ila na lang yung i-shoot. Pag hindi nila ma-shoot, kunin nila ulit, tapos i-shoot na nila ulit. Parang kahit nagtatapon sila ng plastic bottle, na-enjoy pa rin nila.
When we had coaching session for the project presentation during the FG's Create for the Climate campaign, eco-bricking was then suggested to utilize the empty plastic bottles out of the pre-throw plastic containers. Garnering the first place during the first Gen Create for the Climate campaign was not our only goal, but also to help our community find resolution on the issue on improper waste management. So we decided to replicate eco-bricking in our community through a competition.
Ang ecobrick ay made out of plastic wrappers and plastic bottles. Grabe yung effort nun kung paano bubuin yung ecobrick from garbage. So, yung disintegrated tignan na bottle, kung may creative ka lang na mindset, mas marami pa yung magagawa mo sa ecobrick.
So, when we had our IEC, it was the perfect platform where we taught them how to make a good ecobrick, because we are not only trying to minimize the soft plastics, it's like recycling it in a sustainable manner. So, it's not just about making eco-brick, but it is also important to observe a good quality of eco-brick. We asked our zonal youth officers to participate in making zonal landmark out of eco-brick. So first, we conducted information education campaign or IEC to our participants to convey to our youth our objective in this project, and also to increase their ecological consciousness.
Nag-tap din kami sa mga barangay volunteers, like yung mga BHW at iba pang barangay volunteers, at nasiyahan sila sa project namin.
We included eco-brick making contest from last year's year-end activities. This is just a low-risk activity since the participants will just make the ecobrick within their zones. This was our way of engaging them in sustainable activities in which they were only staying at home.
Mga kabatan-unan sa Balanban, Agusan Canyon na agahat sa pag-apil sa eco-breaking competition sa amuang barangay. Aron makatabang mi sa among komunidad, labi na sa among purok sa kahinlo sa palibot. Kaysa pinaagi ni ining eco-breaking competition na minusa namo ginagmay ang among mga basura sa mga tindahan, sa mga kanal, sa mga kalsada, sa mga batos nga nagkalat-kalat lang sa bisag asa nga lugar.
Purok Balanban initiated clean-up drive just to collect soft plastic. They also had fun because they created bonding within the youth in their zones po, even at the time of this pandemic.
Dako kayo ang impact sa project sa kabatan-unan sa Balanban, Agusan Canyon. Kaya aside sa nagkahiusang tanan, nadugangan pagyud ang among salabutan sa pag-recycle sa mga plastic bottles and cellophanes. Kay based on our experience sa paghasto-has namo sa pagpangolikta sa mga cellophanes, na ami balay na atuan nga gahimo day siya ani. Pero ang iyaha lang is himo niyang unlan ang sachet sa shampoo. So through that, na-realize namo nga pwede di ay ni siya daghan day pwede pa maagi ang mga cellophanes nga para sa to basura na pero pwede pa din siya magamit.
Ug among gibutang ang nahimo namo nga bricks dugang disenyo sa among landmark.
Na bawas-bawasan talaga yung mga basura, na mas may banda kaming mga youth dito, hindi lang sa aming purok or one as a whole community talaga. Yung pasensya, efforts, nandun talaga.
With the first gen Create for the Climate campaign led me to be an influence to our youth to take part in taking care of our environment. The learnings that we were able to develop in us is that the community's environmental involvement. We learned that if we're going to take lead, they will follow. When we introduced ecobrick to them during the IEC, we learned that they would also like to take part, only that they don't have the idea.
Sa among project nga murag dili mi katuo nga murag niabot na siya bisag asa, na dungog na siya bisag asa. Una nga in-output unta nga kani nga project mo na siya mura bitaw mo tandog sa mga sa dugan o sa kasing-kasing sa katawan, dili lang sa among barangay, hindi sa tibok nasod.
Kung ginaawhag tanan katawhan sa Manolo Fortich sa pagtuman sa balaod mahitungod sa single use of plastic and solid waste management para malikayan ang pagdaghan sa plastic waste sa atong lugar, and also to prevent the possibilities of global warming and pollution, water pollution ug uban pa.
It's not too late to save our Mother Earth. By starting on a small deeds, we can grow it more bigger.
Let's be one. Let's create a move to make our world better.
Let's make every day Earth Day.
All right, so watching that video over and over again po, no, it will never be a bore as it leaves a hopeful future, no, for one and all. That we have a generation, we have somebody like SK Agusan Canyon and the community of Agusan Canyon who aspires to make a difference in its community. And similar to First Gen's mission, deliver us all to a decarbonized and regenerative future. As we near the conclusion of this event, let me just call on our FG Bukidnon's very own Mitchell Buliser for the closing message. Mitch?
Hi, thank you, Bern. And thank you everyone for realizing the project despite the pandemic, no? And to FG Bukidnon Management and CSR team for always supporting our host communities on how we can improve our project. And to our host Barangay Agusan Canyon for helping us to be able to fulfill our mission for a regenerative future. So we are proud of the ripple effect that you have created in your community, especially among the youth, and we were inspired how your team developed the project from free throw to eco-bricking. Naalala ko yung sinabi ni Yendi before na ayaw niya na malabel yung SK as pang sports lang daw. So at least ngayon, meron na siyang project for the environment. And it only shows that you have the genuine concern for the environment. Hopefully, yung plastic shredder will help you reach more participants. And through the Create for the Climate program, we become more responsible stewards of nature. So once again, thank you for your time in joining the virtual turnover, and sana matapos na tong pandemic so we can see each other physically and we can visit your project sites. So again, thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Mitch, and thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this afternoon. We wish you all the best and do stay safe and well. That ends our program for today. Thank you and congratulations.